Makes a Mithali Raj? You have a minute, 2 minutes. Is it only hard work? Is it some luck? Is it about soaking in pain, absorbing pain, soaking in defeat, and then pushing it out there? What makes a Mithali Raj? And I'll ask Jhulan the same question. What makes a Jhulan Goswami?
Well, I think discipline. I've been very disciplined in following routine. Times when I disliked early mornings. All through my career, I've been an early riser. But post-retirement, I've never got up before 9 and a half, 10 a.m. But from the beginning till the retirement day, it was something that I've did despite not liking it. There are many times you don't want to get out of bed. Your body is sore, but you still do. So discipline is something has helped me all through my career. And that was what probably made me, I think, skill-wise, everybody differ. The mindset, again, attitude, everything, you learn as you play. But if you're not disciplined, you will probably not have there are so many players who are gifted, we say, but cannot really sustain or play that higher level if they don't have discipline in them. So that's what made me.
Jhulan, same question.
I think for me, definitely discipline is the first thing, and at the same time, hard work. Because I always believe if you don't put enough effort, practice, then you're not, going to get 100% result on your side. So for me, discipline and hard work is always a key for me. And throughout my career, I follow certain rules, certain routine in my life, and I stick with that and try to share all those knowledge, all those ideas with all those budding youngsters in our Bengal team as well as MI team. So for me, is discipline and hard work is important. If you don't put enough time on a next session, you're not going to be improved as a skill player. So discipline, yes. At the same time, you need a hard work. You have to put a lot of hard work.
Saurabh, if I can ask you, before the Australia series, you had in an interview told me that don't rule India out, India will compete. You had specifically mentioned Jasprit Bumrah, you had mentioned KL Rahul, you had said do not rule India out, they will fight, and we saw what happened in Perth. And after that also you and I spoke. When there is so much criticism, take Virat Kohli, outside off stump, all of us are criticizing Rohit Sharma. As a player who has sustained at the topmost level for so many years, how do these legends rectify mistakes when you are in front of the public glare? Do you have it in you? Is it about a mental thing? Is it about skill? How do they negotiate, and do you still reckon that there's game left in these legends?
See, Virat Kohli is a once in a lifetime cricketer, like Jhulan is, like Mithali is, and I think Virat Kohli for the men's cricket is once in a lifetime player. To score 80 international hundreds in a career is something unbelievable. For me, he's probably the greatest white ball player the world has seen. But I was really surprised the way he batted in Australia after getting 100 in Perth. He struggled before that here, but I thought after the 100 in Perth, it'll be a big series for him. But I think it happens. Every player has his weakness and strength. There's no player in the world who will not have that. It's how you adapt to your weaknesses as you play great bowlers over a period of time. Your second part of the question, I still feel there's a lot of cricket left in Virat Kohli, and the tour of England will be a big challenge for him. I'm not too worried about his form in the Champions Trophy, because as I said, he's probably the best white ball player the world has seen for a long period of time. And he will score runs in this tournament in Indian conditions, and I think India is one of the contenders for the Champions Trophy, especially after the performances in the 50 overs and the T20 World Cup. But Test cricket is something they'll have to work on, especially when they go away from home. Rohit Sharma in white ball cricket is phenomenal, and you will see a different Rohit Sharma once the Champions Trophy starts. And as I said, they will be one of the contenders for the tournament. But come the red ball and come the seaming, swinging pitches, they'll have to bat a bit better than what they have done. I've always said that if you score 350 to 400 runs on first innings of test matches away from home, you get yourself in a position to win test matches. If you're getting out for less than 200, then you're always fighting from behind. And the reason they won in Perth is because they got 400 or 500 runs on the board, second innings. So that's what the game is all about. The bowlers win you matches, especially when you have someone like Bumrah. Mohammad Shami is fit. So happy to see him fit because I think he is probably the best after Bumrah in the country.
Do you want to see Shami in red ball cricket?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? And as I said, he's as good as anybody in the world. So Shami and Bumrah bowling at two ends is different than Bumrah bowling from one end. So as much as Shami is important for Bumrah, Bumrah is important for Shami because they keep pressure on both ends in Test cricket where you have to bowl 20-25 overs. I wish Mohammad keeps fit. It was good to see him. He's looking slim and fit and strong. I know he'll be a bit nervous because he's playing cricket after a long time, especially with a knee injury. But the good thing is that he bowled a lot for Bengal in the domestic cricket, which is going to help him in the games to come. And as I said, India will be a contender for this tournament. Come England in July, they'll have to really work hard to play well there because the conditions are different.
Well, that question was directed to my parents, but I would just like to say that the parents have to be more patient with the children, with the kid who want to play professional sport. Yes, ups and downs are part of sports, but if you want the kid to turn out a good human being, I think the sport teaches a spirit. And at a very young age, you put them into sport, they learn how to, it builds the character, that's what sports does. But as a parent, yes, the expectations are high. But having said that, first the kid has to enjoy playing, and that's when the result comes. This generation is very different to the previous generations. You can't really, teach children in a very tight manner. So I believe that be patient, at the same time encourage them. The spirit of, just competing is a big thing. The result, yes, it comes, but the sheer attitude that you play the sport is very important, and that is something the parents need to inculcate into children, to take things, when you lose, you take it in your stride. When you win, you're grounded, you're humble. And as they grow, I'm sure they will learn. It's an experience, you can't really teach them everything, and it's important. The children need to have their own perspective, and they will do that as they play at different level and improve their skill. But as parents, it's just that your support is huge, your support is important. That's what I'm sure all the athletes at some point had one of their parent as the biggest supporter. In today's time, I believe that one need to have support mechanism, and even if you're an adult, you need to have one. So kids require a lot more, and that's what I would like to.
ঝুলন সবাই তো ঝুলন হতে পারবে না, বা মিতালি হতে পারবে না, বা সৌরভ হতে পারবে না, এবং 99% পারবে না। যখন পারবে না, how difficult it is to deal with that, because 1% হয়তো তোমাদের মতন সাকসেসফুল হবে, 99% will fall by the wayside. এখানে যতজন আছে সবাই হয়তো সেখানে পৌঁছবে না, তাদের জন্য সামথিং।
আই থিঙ্ক সব থেকে ইম্পর্টেন্ট হলো যেটা মিতালি বললো, যে পেশেন্স রাখতে হবে সবসময়। তুমি ওভারনাইট কেউ সুপারস্টার হবে না। অ্যাজ এ প্রফেশনাল অ্যাথলিট তোমাকে ডে অ্যান্ড ডে আউট লট অফ আপস অ্যান্ড ডাউনসের মধ্যে দিয়ে যেতে হবে, অ্যান্ড দের বি মোর ফেলিয়ার দেন সাকসেস অ্যাজ এ প্রফেশনাল অ্যাথলিট। তো সেক্ষেত্রে তুমি দেখবে যখন ডাউনফল থাকবে, সেই সময় যেন তার প্যারেন্টসরা যেন তার পাশে থাকে, কারণ ইফ ইউর প্যারেন্টস সাপোর্টিং ইউ, then definitely you will get a more confidence, and at the same time, বাড়িতে যত ভালো সময় থাকবে তত চেষ্টা করবে। at the same time আমি আবার বলবো যে একটা রিকোয়েস্ট সব প্যারেন্টসদের কাছে, কোনো কিছু ইজি যেন তারা তাদের বাচ্চাদের হাতে না দিয়ে ফেলে। লেট দেম আর্ন। ছোটো ছোটো জিনিসে বলো তুমি এই ম্যাচে ভালো খেলছো, তোমাকে তার পরিবর্তে এইটা দেওয়া হবে, বা এই প্র্যাকটিস সেশনে তুমি নাম্বার অফ বল তুমি বল করেছো, বা নাম্বার অফ শট তুমি প্র্যাকটিস করে ডেভেলপ করেছো, তারপরে এই জিনিসটা দেওয়া হবে। আজকের দিনে কী হচ্ছে, প্যারেন্টস ফাঁকি সব দিয়ে ফেলছে, ভাব একদিনেই সব কিছু দিয়ে দিলে হয়তো সে ওয়ান অফ দ্য বেস্ট প্লেয়ার হয়ে যাবে। আর মোবাইল থেকে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া থেকে যতটা থাকবে তত ভালো। সেই সময়টা যেন তারা খেলাধুলা বা পড়াশোনার মধ্যে কনসেন্ট্রেটটা করে, দে উইল বি মোর বেটার প্লেস।
This is everything for all of us, not just me. You know, Julan's on my right, I've got stalwarts sitting here, many of them sitting at the back. They create opportunities for you to play. So you're indebted to the association. You know, when I grew up, Mr. Dalmia was the president of the organization. There's Mr. Gautam Dasgupta here, there is Mr. Bablu Kole, there are many others who I can't see in this darkness. There's Abhishek, there is Vishwaroop, you know, whether there is Bablu Ganguly, people who have worked with. Another important man who I see sitting quietly is Mr. Ranjit Roy. You know, when I used to play under 15, he used to travel with me everywhere. He used to actually sleep in the next bed. And there was nothing in cricket those days. And I'm hearing Chulan and Mithali. You know, I honestly feel if women's cricket was what it is now, and it was 10 years ago, I would have actually pushed my daughter to play women's cricket. You know, but that didn't happen because it was different. So for me, these two are the biggest role models the country will ever see, because they played women's cricket when there was no future. How much they got paid when they started. Now it's in crores. Smriti Mandhana's WPL contract is 3.5 crores, and she goes around the world playing. So these girls next to me have actually taken women's cricket where it is. So my heartiest congratulations to them. The organization, they support so much. You know, different administrators come in different generations, but they all get together to make the organization what it is. This Eden Gardens has not been built in one day. You know, this Eden Gardens has not been built in by the efforts of one person. It's the administrators, it's the former players, it's the groundsmen, it's all the people who work at the behind the stage to make this place playable for boys and girls now. Look at them, they are every day around, hanging around to get their news, get their bites. But in this process, they actually make Chulans and Mithalis and Richa Ghoshes popular to the world. So I don't consider media as negative. I don't consider a social media as negative. It's a platform for you to be known to the world. It's how you. The important thing is how you use it. Whether you use it positively or whether you use it negatively. So this organization, over a period of time, I've been the president of the organization for a long period of time, and I still go back to some of them calling themselves, because they were my administrators when I played the game. You know, when I used to play for India, I used to call them up and say, can I get the center wicket to practice? I used to call Arun Lal up and say, you know, teach me, I'm not playing well. And I'm not playing the hook shot well. I used to watch Pranav, I used to watch Shambaran, I used to watch my brother, there is Ivy, there is loads of them, Lokhi, I don't know where they are, Manoj, Riddhi. This organization has produced all these stalwarts. Yes, you need the talent, you work hard, you train, but you need the backing also. And I think that's what the administrators are here for. So, as I said, nothing happens without the support, the help which the organizations give. You know, now when you see first class cricket, they stay in 5-star hotels. They're traveling on aeroplanes. You know, in my generation, when I grew up, you know, the administrators used to pay out of their pocket to make the players go and play first class cricket. You know, so I've seen that transformation in sport, and I think my love, my affection, my support will always go back to them, because you know they support players to be what they are, and most of them, and I won't say most of them, all of them do honorary jobs. You know, Julan has too much money these days. You know, she drives the best car, she lives in the best home, she wears a Rolex, but the administrators do an honorary job. Look at Mithali, how much money she has made over 10 years. So the administrators play an important role from behind.
And you haven't made anything.
I'm still trying. So,
Between my house and the next crossing, there are 271 hoardings, 171 have your photo.
okay.
Thank you,
So as I said, my love, my affection and support will continue to go to these administrators, and a big thank you for what they've done for the last 25-30 years, to various generation of players to get Bengal cricket, to get Indian cricket where they are. And before I finish, congratulations to the under-15 girls for winning the national championship. Congratulations to the senior women for getting to the finals twice and losing. And you started this discussion asking Julan and Mithali, how is it about losing finals? Thank God you did not ask me, because I lost 3 World Cups.
2000, 2002, 2003, unbeaten in the group stage and lost the World Cup final. So thank God you did not embarrass me with that question. But as I said, congratulations, well done, and my good wishes for all of you for the years to come.
Having said that, you taught us how to win in red ball cricket overseas as well. So when you say I've lost something, you've given us plenty more. Before I call all our respected office bearers on stage for a photograph with our three legends here, let me sum this up like this. 2005, India made the World Cup final for women. Think about it. After the World Cup final, Jhulan and Mithali, both of them have shared these experiences with me for the longest time. I've been an advocate for women's game for the last 3 decades. They used to travel in unreserved railway compartments. And that was the truth in 2005, even after playing a World Cup final. Okay? That's what hunger is all about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you see the men's team. You see the men and they are getting way more. And you're playing the same sport and you're not getting anything. At that point in time, to have the drive to play the sport and bring it to where it is today takes some unreal kind of commitment and passion. And that is why we celebrate Jhulan Goswami and Mithali Raj. I remember speaking to them in 2017 after we lost by those 9 runs in England in that final at Lord's. 11:30 at night, this team hadn't left the stadium because they thought that, the dream had turned sour. The dream was over. But when they went for that competition, there were 7 journalists, people from my fraternity, 7 journalists in Mumbai. And when the team came back, 2 o'clock in the morning, there were 200 plus journalists welcoming them back to India. The revolution had begun. And to Saurabh, what do I say? He will again tell me you will come back to Lord's. Have I not scored hundreds? But think about it. You are talking about Lord's, the mecca of cricket, conservatism, tradition, and everything. And Saurabh doesn't have a Salman Khan body. But he was able to do that as a pleasantly plump Bengali. I can say this. When he opened his shirt, a revolution happened. That's what it is all about, folks. This organization has stood behind Indian cricket in a manner that little have done in this country. And that's what we celebrate. Each one of you, you deserve a clap and a round of applause for yourself, because you are as much Cricket Association of Bengal as a Snehashish Ganguly or anyone else. So all of this, a standing ovation for yourself and our 3 legends.